Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. My name is Nat and I'm here for you. I am here for you, and according to you, I need to be here 3 times a week to help cheer you up and help you find those keys to the door to unlock your happiness. After the last show, I asked you if you wanted me to do more shows per week, and oh boy, the phone was blowing up. So, okay, I am going to do my best to do more shows and talk to you and open up my mind to you and see if we can get happy together. If this is your first time here, welcome to the show. Glad you found it. I'm glad you're here. We're all glad you're here because you were looking for something, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find it here on the Be Positive podcast. And if you did just find the show, or if you've been here for a while, let me know how you found it. What did you search for? I got to know what's working so we can get more people here and break 1 million this year. I'm trying to break 1 million. How did you find it? Let me know on the text line, 304-506-3332. And this just came to mind. I want to give a quick shout out to Positive Pete. The things you're doing for people, Pete, excellent, man. It's nice to see somebody who is well off taking care of other people, and a smart man. If you know what I mean. I appreciate that. Don't forget about all the merchandise that keeps this show going. You can get that on the website, bepositivepodcast.com. Click on the merch tab. There's new stuff. There's cheaper stuff too, like coolie cups and shirts and hats and I don't know what else is on there. All kind of stuff. I keep putting stuff up there. And there's going to be a bunch of new stuff. You'll be able to also soon be able to get embroidered polos and all kind of good stuff at a reasonable price. You know why? Because I can't afford that shit either, man. If you've got something you want me to talk about, I've got a few that I'm going to read today. This might be a lengthy show, so sit down, grab yourself a drink, a cup of coffee or something, and or something else, and just relax. You go to bepositivepodcast.com/your story. Tell me all about it, and I'll give you a shout out, just like Nikki in Northamptonshire, UK. Oh, I love the fact that we're getting to people outside of the United States. It's so cool when you respond and let me know when you're somewhere else other than where I'm at. I appreciate that. Listening on Spotify, that's awesome. Christopher, I love the fact that you go to the YouTube channel and you comment on the videos. Oh, I love it. I love that. I love reading your comments, and I'm so glad that my words are helping you. Richard, listening on Spotify, I appreciate you as well. Thanks for getting in touch with me and letting me know what's going on. I do want to tell you real quick about a new thing that I just tried, a new product I just tried, and it's so good that I actually want to talk about it on the show and give you a discount code for it. It's awesome. This stuff, if you're feeling foggy or you got a problem focusing or thinking or being productive, because we all want to be more productive, right? We all do. That's the goal. We try to be more productive. This stuff will help you. It's amazing. It's called Magic Mind. It's like a little shot of this green stuff with all kinds of really good stuff in it. Okay? It's a little elixir that's, and it helps you to stop procrastinating. It puts pep in your step, so to speak. So if you're like me and you're trying to concentrate and you got so much going on and you really can't keep up with things in life and you need a little boost, this stuff is great. It's the perfect solution, and it really gets you balanced. You take this little shot first thing in the morning, and it's really fantastic. You can check them out. And you know what? If you go to magicmind.co/staypositive, you're going to get 50% off your subscription for the next 10 days. And you use my code STAYPOSITIVE20, you'll get a discount. I'm pretty sure that's still going. I was supposed to do some advertising for this a while ago, but I've been so busy I haven't done it. But check this stuff out. Magic Mind, it's great. Go to magicmind.co/staypositive and get yourself some of this stuff. But it comes in a case, I think, of 15 or something like that. And try it for a couple of weeks. Take it every morning and see if you're not more, if you're not more aware. And it'll replace your coffee. It'll give you more, you can cut down on the coffee because caffeine is killing us, man. There's too much caffeine. You'll sleep better because you won't have all this caffeine in your system. You'll be more creative. You'll feel happier in the morning because you're sleeping better. It's all kind of really good, healthy stuff in it. Like, it's got matcha. It's got ashwagandha. A lot of stuff I read about, and I've been checking this stuff out. I'm very reluctant to advertise anything on my show. This is the first product besides my own silverware clip that I've talked about. But it's got lion's mane mushrooms. I would recommend it to everybody who is trying to get a little bit more focused and actually have control over your mind. And we're all about the mind here. So check out the link, magicmind.co/stay positive. I'm pretty sure all that good stuff is still working, and you'll get the discount with the code stay positive 20. Check it out. And if you do check it out, let me know. Let me know. I don't know if the code is active yet because this is a new thing for me. If it's not, then let me know and we will take care of that. But go check it out at least, magicmind.co/stay positive. It'll really give you some energy and let you be a lot more focused and happy and all positive and all that good stuff. And that's what we're shooting for, right? All right. What am I going to talk about today? Well, let's see. You know what? This show comes from some emails I've been getting and some texts I've been getting, and I think it's about time to get back to reading your stuff that you're sending me. They're starting to get backed up, so let me get caught up. This one comes from Nikki from Northamptonshire, UK. From the UK. This is pretty cool. I love it. Nikki says, I started listening to your show during the lockdown in 2020 when my mental health hit rock bottom. I am married with 2 grown-up daughters, one of whom is still living at home. I am self-employed and work part-time, so I am left to deal with everything, household and family related. The family just doesn't or won't help out. I ask, they may reluctantly do it for a while, but I finally realized I couldn't carry on this way. I decided to start running, which has led to a complete change of dynamics at home, and the family disapproves and they resent my new hobby. Well, that's a shame. That's something that they got to deal with. I have found new friends and I have a new self-belief. Your podcasts are a good reminder to keep going. Also, that I deserve to be happy. You sure do. My relationship with my husband has deteriorated as he seems to resent my new hobby and friends. He is happy to sit around and do nothing, whereas I want to be doing things. But after 27 years of putting everyone first, I now do things for me. I'm going to stop there and say congratulations. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, back to the letter. The old me is finally coming back, but it saddens me that this might only be temporary as I haven't the strength to keep going indefinitely, fighting against my husband and my daughter. Nothing really changes as I'm sure they think I'm having a midlife crisis or menopause or something like that. How can I find the strength to go after what I want? I think I'm only staying because I can't afford to leave my house or my dog. Okay, Nikki, here we go. Well, first of all, congratulations for doing something for yourself and benefiting yourself. And you feel good about it. And you know what? I'll tell you what. When you start feeling good and being happy and doing the things that make you happy, other people are going to resent you. They're going to be jealous. You know why? Because they are not following their dreams. They're not doing something to make them happy. So they're going to be mad because you're happy and you're following your dreams and you're taking risks, you're taking chances, and you're being not self-centered, but self-supportive. And you're doing things for yourself finally. Now, as to you're still in the relationship in the house because you can't afford to leave your house or your dog, I get that. A lot of us are in that situation, especially after the past few years that we've been through and what the government is doing and all the bills. I mean, don't even get me started with that. But ever since the lockdown, everything has changed. Even the way people think has changed. But we have to start really considering self-preservation and self-happiness. At some point, we realize sometimes that our life is our life. So in this situation, I would say bravo for doing what is making you happy. Now, when you say you're afraid that it's only temporary and you can't find the strength to go after what you want, well, guess what? You already found it. Now it's just keeping it. And you know how you do that is you you actually pay attention to the feelings that you're feeling when when you're running, when you're doing the things that make you happy, when you're actually, you notice the changes in you because you are making the changes in your personality and your thought process. And different things are important to you now. Pleasing other people after 27 years, putting everybody else first, didn't get you very far, did it? It doesn't. And the more, the people pleasers, they don't end up happy. They just end up existing and getting through life. And that's no way to live. That is no way to live. So, your kids are grown, 2 grown-up daughters, I see, and you have your dog. Now, leaving your husband is one thing, but leaving your dog, I'm telling you what, that's a lot tougher than leaving a person, isn't it? I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just trying to understand and actually put myself in that situation. And I actually was in a situation like that when my son was about 10 years old, and I was with his mom, and we were not getting along, and I knew it was over. I didn't want to accept it. I didn't want to leave, but I had to make a change. But I didn't want to leave my son. But then I also didn't want him to think that that's what love was. So when I left at, I don't even know how old I was. I had to be in my 30s, maybe probably 30s or late 30s, early 40s. When I left, you know where I went? I went to my mom's house. And how does that feel? Being like 35, 40 years old and having to go back in and live with your mom. But I knew I had to make the change for myself. It was the hardest thing I ever did. But I'm so glad I did it, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here today. So you can't predict the future. You can't see it. You can't predict what these changes are going to do for you. All you can do is live in the moment and realize how your life is getting better every day by relying on yourself, by doing things for you. And just because you do things for you, you're not leaving your family out. They are choosing to not be a part of your change. They want the old you, Nikki, that they can manipulate and control and keep in their little box. But that's not you anymore. You're not staying in that box. You busted out of that box and you're doing something for you. And you're noticing the changes. Now this is, what is this, 2020, what year is this? 2022? Wow, it's pretty bad. And you've been doing this for, you've been listening for a couple of years, and you finally have the strength to go after what you want. And now keeping it from what you're saying is going to be the challenge. Keeping up with that strength and keeping the feeling and not letting it be temporary. So now what? Now what? Now what do you do? Well, when it gets quiet and you're by yourself, think about how you feel after you go for a nice run. Think about how you feel when you do something for you, not for somebody else. You're not pleasing somebody else. When you do it for you, how good does that feel? Feels great, right? Of course it does. And expand on that. Now that you're doing the running, I don't know how long you've been running and doing this stuff for you, but now add something. What else is it that you want to do? And if your husband is going to sit around on the couch and not do anything, fine, that's his world. That's what he wants to do. Don't condemn him for that. That's what he wants to be. You can't change anything or anyone. The only thing you could change is your perspective of them. And the only other thing you could change is who you are and the life you're living. That's the only control you have. Anybody who goes into a relationship trying to change it is just fooling themselves. And if you do change it, it's only going to be temporary, and the person that you change is going to resent you for changing them, and it's not going to work out in the end anyway. And if it does, then that person is not going to be happy, and there's no happiness, and it's going to feed on itself to where it's not going to be a happy life. It's true. And it seems very simple to say it. I know. I get it. I've been there. But when you are in a situation that you are not happy, like right now, apparently you're not happy in the living situation, but it's been 27 years. Apparently you've been married that long. That's what I got from it. unless you're 27 years old and you've been putting everybody else first. I'm not sure how that goes. But you say in here, the old me is finally coming back. And you know what? You see that. And apparently you like the old you. You like, and I think the old you is the real you. So when you start getting back to who you really are, and I'm not talking about being selfish or standoffish or egotistical or narcissistic or whatever all these words that you could put, labels that people can put on you for being happy and doing what makes you happy in life. Because people are going to label you. They're going to say shit. And it can get to you. But you know what? That is their defense against their weakness. Because they're not making those changes. They're not stepping into the river of change. They're not doing the things that make them happy. Because when you start doing things that make you happy, and you start getting really happy, and I'm speaking from my experience, you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose acquaintances. There's people that are going to be like, I can't handle this because I don't like you anymore. I like the old person that was depressed and suppressed and in a box and introverted and very easy to manipulate. I like that person better. I like the person that drank a lot and didn't really give a shit. I like that. No. When you start loving yourself enough to do the things that make you happy without hurting anyone else intentionally, because you're going to hurt people because they can't, you can't be manipulated. And don't let anyone change your mind. Don't let anyone change your thoughts when you are doing what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, doing what makes you happy is the right thing to do. I swear, that's that's the bottom line. And being aware of what you're thinking about changes your actions, changes your life. So now that we've gone through all this and we've talked about this, Nikki, what are you going to do now? I'm not asking you to run away and go out there and live in under a bridge because you don't have the money for an apartment. You're in the house. You have a relationship that is it's not a perfect relationship. Maybe you love your husband and he just maybe he resents you and your hobby and your friends, but their love could still be there. But don't focus on that. Don't focus on anything outside. Because it all comes from within. Everything that we are, everything that we live, our life, needs to come from within. Needs to come from above. As above, so below. You've heard that, I'm sure. If you've listened to any kind of positive stuff, you know that when you start connecting to the infinite intelligence, you start connecting to the collective positivity that is out there, your energy is going to go through the roof and you're going to be happier. And people are going to not like it because there's a lot of negative people out there that don't want you to be happy. They want you to be miserable like them and stuck in the box and following the system and doing what they're told. They're going to resent you for not doing what you're told and not following a plan that was set out for you. And that's when you need to say, you know what? This life is my plan. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And if you don't like it, that's something that you have to deal with. Not you, they. If they don't like it, that's what they have to deal with. Not you. And if it upsets somebody that you're happy, oh well. You have to say that. You have to say, oh well. I'm happy. I'm not going to change and sacrifice my life and my happiness in order to make you comfortable with your inferiorities and your lack of risk taking or your lack of living your life. So if you resent me for that, so be it. And once you can accept that, then your life is going to blossom. And it looks like it's ready. You're on the cusp. So don't be afraid. It's not temporary. Just live in those feelings of accomplishment. You did it. All right. Well, that's all I got to say today, man. Nikki from Northamptonshire, UK. Thank you for And I love when you guys let me know what's going on. And also the people who have changed their life and because of this podcast. Now just remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm nothing. I'm just a human being. I'm just a person just like you who's been through some shit. And I'm trying to help you through yours. So if it helps, let me know. If something I said changes your life, let me know. You can do that. And you know how you can let me know, right? You know all the places. How many times do I got to say it? The text line 304-506-3332. Let me know how your life is going. How, what is it? Post-COVID. You know, this is all gone, and there's all kind of other crap going on. I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff because you can get inundated with that other crap. But is your life changing for the better? Have you gotten through it? Have you gotten stronger? Are you doing what makes you happy? And just remember, life is temporary, but you are not. All right? So let's enjoy what we have and do the best that we can. And share this show. Get it out there. While you're at it, go grab something from the store. That's it. I had to get the last shameless plug. Don't forget about the Magic Mind stuff. It's magicmind.co/stay positive. Go check it out. Let me know what you think. And if you get it and you try it, let me know if it's working for you too. It worked for me. It can work for you. It's really help. Use Stay Positive 20 as your code, and we'll see how it goes. All right, my name is Nat. This has been the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. I think we can all do a little bit better. I'll talk to you later.